Peace, peace, family. Today we're going to be talking about dark energy versus light energy, or dark magic versus light magic. And as you notice, I didn't say black magic versus white magic because all magic is gray. Because we're all made of good and evil, and it all has to do with balance. So in dealing with dark versus the light, you have lower self versus higher self, human nature versus divine nature, charge of the dark goddess versus charge of the goddess, yin and yang. Remember, it's all about balance. So a lot of people say that, oh, I work in the light, I'm a light worker, I stay on the positive side, or the right-hand path, which dark energy can be considered as the left-hand path, which in the Kabbalah, you have three paths, which is the left-hand path, the middle path, and the right-hand path. Now, in working with the light, a lot of people won't tell you is that out of the darkness comes the light. So your true power and primordial energy in essence is dealing with dark energy. Another thing they won't tell you about the light or light workers is that a lot of them are shapeshifters. What I mean by shapeshifters is that they put on a mask and they appear to be one way, but behind closed doors, they're really another way. So you can cloak and put on a mask and working with light energy and working in the light. Because sometimes you'll lie to yourself and see things that aren't really there. But in working with the dark, you can't hide. That's when you unleash your true demons and show who you really are. Now, what is a demon? A demon is a Greek word derived from the word Damien, which means nature spirits. So, when I taught in the past that demon means spirit, demon does mean spirit, but spirit is also connected to everything in the universe. And everything in the universe has melanin as well, because melanin is condensed sunlight. Get what I'm saying? So melanin comes from the sun. So in dealing with demon, it can also mean melanin, because everything has melanin in the universe. So being that we know a lot about the light path, let's talk more into the dark path. Now, dealing with the dark path, we are dealing with basically your primordial energy, your primordial essence, primordial power, which is where your real power comes from, which is where your true and real power comes from. So in dealing with dark energy, you can do shadow work, you can do melanin magic, chaos magic, destructive magic. And anything dealing with destructive or chaos magic is dealing with the divine feminine. Because remember, all the dark goddesses, all the great mothers ascended from the dark chaos, or the primordial chaos, or the primordial waters. So in dealing with dark energy, chaos magic, melanin magic, destructive magic, shadow working, we are strictly dealing with the divine feminine. This powerful energy, very, very powerful energy, which a lot of people who deal with the light will tell you to stay away from. So dealing with the left-hand path and the right-hand path, like I said before in the Kabbalah, we have three paths that they follow: the left-hand path, the middle path, and the right-hand path. So we're talking about the right-hand path and the left-hand path. Dealing with the left-hand path, what do we have? The Luciferians, and people in Satanism. First and foremost, the Luciferian religion and Satanism are not the same thing. The Luciferian religion is based off Lucifer as being the light bearer and the fallen angel. And whatnot. Because a lot of us are fallen angels, and a lot of us didn't want to so much as be into the will of man or to hierarchy, because we disagree with a lot of things. So a lot of us in this reincarnation are fallen angels walking this earth and whatnot. As far as Satanism, true people who are in Satanism, the big kahunas that really know what Satanism is, they truthfully don't believe in Satan. They understand Satan to be a metaphor, which I'm going to get into that a little bit later on. So in dealing with Satanism, you also have the Baphomet. In dealing with the Baphomet, there are many misconceptions. Number one, Baphomet is the devil. Remember, one man's God is another man's devil. In the ancient civilizations, what they would do was, if they got defeated by another ancient civilization, they would turn their God into a devil, or pervert that energy and turn it into a devaluer. Because another word for devil is a devaluer, one who devalues. Another misconception of the Baphomet is that it is transgendered. No, it is androgynous, meaning that it is comprised of divine feminine and divine masculine energy, just like Obatala, who is comprised of divine feminine and divine masculine energy, as well as Sheba, who is comprised of divine feminine and divine masculine energy, which is the entity of destruction and transformation, and 1/3 of the Hindu Holy Trinity, to be politically correct. Another misconception of the Baphomet would be the one hand up, the one hand down. You know, a lot of people don't know the esoteric meaning of it or the metaphysical meaning. Kind of like the Magician's card that has one hand up, one hand down. Or the Devil card, which has one hand up and one hand down, which is quite simple. The hand reaching up is the hand reaching up into the ethers, reaching for higher consciousness, higher self, higher knowledge, tapping into the cosmic energy. See what I'm saying? Drawing down that energy. The other hand would be the hand that is grounding itself into Mother Earth, drawing into Mother Earth her primordial essence and her primordial energy. See what I'm saying? It has to do with balance. You know, basically you're as above, so below. Higher self versus lower self. Divine nature versus your human nature. So, you know, those are some interpretations of, you know, the deeper meanings and the esoteric meanings. Now, dealing with the picture I have in the middle, deals with Set. Set is the Kemetic god of chaos. But Setah, later became Satan in religious mythology. Satan is also based on astrology, which is based off Saturn, or Saturno, or the Saturnian energy. So remember, religions can be based on astrology as well. You must get off the literal level and get on the higher metaphysical, occult, esoteric level. Also, in dealing with Set or Setah or Satan, it also deals with your lower self, because that's why Satan is always depicted as being red, because it deals with your root chakra or your base chakra. So when Christians rebuke Setah, or Satan, they are rebuking them lower selves, which is why it's an energy that doesn't work for them and is an energy that's working against them. So a lot of people are stuck on the literal level and don't understand the deeper meaning. So don't look at this as evil and one as good. Look at it as lower self, higher self, divine nature, human nature, yin yang, you know, balance, polarities. Everything has opposites, everything has poles, which are identical in nature, but different to a degree. But other than that, family, this is my small little bitty lecture and spiel on dark magic versus light magic. Ashe.